And you can be always star. Singing in my 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's a good and then.
Hello, this is Alex. Welcome to another Welcome to another video. And today we are recording me and Dad making a podcast on Curmudgeon's Corner. Here we go. Let's go. Let's put the camera first.
Be our first channel.
Here we go.
Here
we go.
Yes.
Here is our guests. Right?
Yes.
Who are they?
Ivan and Juana.
Who's the main guest?
Ivan is there. And his wife Juana.
And who's the leader of Curmudgeon's Corner?
Me.
Who's the helper that lives in this house of Curmudgeon's Corner?
Miley.
Miley and me. Miley and me. The
Yes.
dog and me.
Yes, the dog and you.
Your teeth! Let's get to work since the podcast is going to be hours long, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? Just like normal.
Uh-huh.
Just like nose normal. Just like inside your nose.
Yes.
So what do we have to say? Are you going to interview us or what?
Interview them. Ask them about something.
Okay, now it is time to... Wait, we already did the Alex Simzo segment.
Yeah.
So, you should get to work on your podcast.
Yes, I should.
Yes, we should.
Get to work, then!
Okay, well, you gotta give us room and let us actually get started.
No, I'm your helper!
This isn't helping.
Yes, it is, liar. Yes, it is. Liar. Liar.
Yes, that's...
Nose.
Yeah, nose.
Nose.
That's very nice close-up.
But anyway. Come on!
Why don't you do a close-up of Yvonne's nose? There you go. Okay.
Well, that was very close.
Okay.
All right, Alex.
Okay, Alex, you can say goodbye and go watch something on TV downstairs or something.
Bye,
No.
Alex.
Yes.
No!
Do-
I'm your helper! I'm the corner backgrounder!
Okay, I'm gonna get either your mom or your sister to come get you
Here you go.
if
Ready,
you don't cooperate.
Ready! I'm ready! Actually, wait, this will be better.
Excuse me, it's all good. That would be
Wait, this way. Ah! No, we not
that
that's
doesn't work. Okay,
But
do I have
does
to
it
call
work?
your sister?
No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Here we go. Let's get to
You got a couple years for this.
Dad's Curmudgeon's Corner.
Okay.
Bye!
Bye. I want to say bye.
Okay, wait. Are you just gonna leave that recording the whole time I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Have fun
All right.
downstairs,
All right.
dude. You can take your iPad with you if you want, but if you don't leave us be, then I'm gonna get your mom or your sister to come get you, because I really do have to get started with Yvonne.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, bye. Okay, let me get back on the right microphone. I'm gonna call you back with. Dude, bye. I'm gonna call you back with audio only. Hold on.
Okay, no problem.
And I have to turn the audio back to my headphones. There we go, I hope. Okay.
Run!
Hello, Yvonne. I'm probably. That sounds a little loud. Hold on.
Boom!
Dude. Bye. Close the door. Stay. Okay. Let's see. Am I still too loud? Okay. Let's see here. About the same I've been, but oh wait. Wah 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 wah. I don't know. I'll turn it on some more. Better? Like, this is, okay, now you're a little bit loud to me. Let me turn down your volume. Okay, talk. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Dude. I'm telling your sister and mom.
I'm just going to go and piss her. What are you doing? No.
Okay. If you're going to be quiet, take your paper and color, but you have to be completely quiet. Okay, so what I was basically thinking was basically we have the Alex, get down. Okay, we basically got the inauguration, the Women's March, and then we've sort of got two categories of stuff. We've got the actual stuff Trump has done with executive orders, and then we've got crazy Trump. Okay, inauguration, Women's March, and then we've got two flavors of Trump. The actual executive orders of things he's, actually done, and crazy Trump. Does everything you have fit in those categories? Okay. Now, do you want... So actually, one thing we can potentially do... Okay. Well, then let's just do that. And making sure we're saving properly. Yeah, we are.
It don't work.
Okay, and so yeah, we can talk about that on the thing. Okay, let's get going. Here we go. Welcome to Curmudgeon's Corner for Friday. Oh, let me do that again. Welcome.
What?
Okay. Welcome to Curmudgeon's Corner for Friday, January 27th, 2017.
Yeah.
It's just about 4:30 UTC as we're starting to record this. I'm Sam Minter and Yvonne Bowe is with me. Hello, Yvonne.
Bo.
Welcome to the Trump presidency, Yvonne. Have you had a good week? As we are recording this, we are a few hours short of 1 week into the Trump presidency. Like 12 hours short. Plus or minus. Yeah. So our agenda is going to be pretty straightforward. I mean, we keep thinking every once in a while that, things will die down and we'll, start talking about things other than Donald Trump and what he's doing. And, maybe there'll be something international to talk about. Maybe there'll be some tech to talk about. But no, it keeps pulling you in. Yes. So our agenda basically, just to get that off the top, we're going to talk about the inauguration. We're going to talk about the Women's March. And then there's sort of two flavors of Trump stuff. There's the actual executive actions that he has actually taken. And then there's crazy Trump. Now, I just want to mention, like, one of the things that I had sort of roughly on my list to mention at some point was, shortly after the new year, it wasn't quite a New Year resolution, but it was like in the first couple weeks of the new year, I said, for the last year plus, it's been news, politics, news, politics, news, politics. And I mean, like, when I was always in the car on my commute, it was always podcasts, and usually news-related podcasts, or I'd be listening live to some BBC or CNN or something news-wise, and like it was everything. It was to the point of like crowding out everything else. And so I was like, look, I'm gonna start diversifying my reading. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna make an effort to spend more time reading books, or even reading, even newsy stuff, but sort of longer form, like, long articles written on a topic and a little bit more in depth and not like in the moment. When I was listening to stuff, I'd be like, let's not just do podcasts. Let's do more of the audio books that I've sort of been slow on for the last year, or I'll do some lessons on iTunes University, or even listen to some music, And I was thinking this, and for a couple days I was actually doing pretty well, and I was like, it's actually nice to calm down, and I'm listening to these sort of slower things that aren't sort of this moment's news. And then right as I was feeling good about all this, that's when the Trump dossier hit. And then, forget it. I was done. Like, I had been, like, making myself, like, when I sat down at my phone, instead of immediately opening Twitter, I would go open a book I was reading, or go open something else. But as soon as that happened, it's like, it's Twitter again. It's Twitter. I'm looking to see what happened in this very moment. I'm putting on audio of live news. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's like all my efforts to sort of slow down and step back a little bit were out in an instant. And it hasn't let up since. Because... It's a constant barrage of the next new thing that you're like, what just happened? What was that again? Yeah. Yeah, and so we're jumping ahead in the agenda a little bit, but go ahead. Yeah. So now, there are a couple of takes of that. Now, I'm leaning in your direction that this is like, you know, really is internal chaos and it's going to cause us all kinds of pain down the road. But just to give the benefit of the doubt for a little bit, the alternative theory there is that this is all very intentional, that they actually are internally fairly focused, but this is all intended to throw the press corps and all of Trump's potential adversaries off kilter because they can't respond fast enough to what's going on. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, it's been leaking like a sieve. Oh, come on, Yvonne, it's all intentional. They're throwing us off balance. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit later about the actual actions and the actual craziness, but I think you're right that the pattern is absolutely one that, you know, and this relates to everybody expecting their pivot. You know, it's starting to be like this week, just finally this week, you know, you see some people being like, yeah, maybe there's not going to be a pivot. But, you know, this is exactly what Donald Trump has done from the very beginning. The only difference is now he's president. Now, you know, and this gets back to, you know, everything we've been talking about before in terms of like, look, conservative policies are one thing, and we're going to talk about all the executive actions and how some of them are things that, you know, any Republican would have done. But it's not necessarily just about that. It's about this chaos and this disorganization and doing things off the seat of your pants without any planning by quote-unquote gut, you know, and how a lot of this it's scarily dangerous because of the fact that you don't know what he's doing. You don't know that he knows what he's doing. And you don't know, it just, at any moment, you expect him to go off the rails again and go in some completely different direction, doing something completely bizarre and detrimental. And you already see things in terms of, you know, if you're in Congress or if you're a foreign leader and you're trying to figure out how to interact with the Donald Trump administration, I mean, basically, you've got to come in with the premise that you can't trust a thing he says about anything. You have to come in with that premise, and then you have to make all your decisions around that. That you can like talk to him and quote unquote make a deal, but you have to expect that he's going to turn around and do the opposite the next day. Because maybe he'll keep to what he said, maybe he won't. Now the counter to that, and we will talk about this as we go through the other stuff, but just at a high level, is all of the people who were saying take him seriously but not literally. He's been going through one item by one item through basically everything he said during the campaign, and taking actions to go in that direction. All the things that people are like, oh, well, he's just saying that. He won't really do that. Guess what? Yes. Yes. Or at least taking actions that look like he's doing it. Yes. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these things, when we dive deeper into them, are very thin and have lots of caveats and have lots of places where he may be saying this, but nothing can actually happen until Congress or other people take action as well. So there's a big mix. And the other part of it that's scary is that in many of these cases, him and his administration don't actually seem to necessarily know the difference, or at least it's unclear if they do. Like, they'll put out an executive order saying, we'll do X, Y, and Z insofar as the law allows. But it's unclear how much of that can actually be done within the scope of what the law allows right now. And what is actually going to get implemented is, who the hell knows? Still up in the air. And perhaps to be litigated. Like, if they try to do everything they said in the executive order, but then lots of people think, well, the law doesn't actually allow that. Well, guess what? That means lawsuits and courts, and it's going to be many, many months, or if not years, until those things are adjudicated. So it's going to be really messy. Whereas, one of the things that I've heard as a comparison is some of these executive orders are apparently being banged out by 2 or 3 staff members, by like Bannon and a couple other guys, and then put in front of Trump to sign in the space of 24 to 48 hours, from blank sheet of paper to please sign this, Mr. President. That's what some of the leaks have said. But by comparison, executive orders in the Obama administration was a lengthy process reviewed by all of the agencies that might be affected, the staffs there that knew the most about the programs that were being changed, by lawyers from all sorts of groups to make sure that whatever they were saying worked within the constraints of the existing laws. Now, of course, that's always still open to interpretation, and people have said that Obama has stretched that. But there was somebody actually looking at that, whereas it doesn't appear to be anybody actually looking at that in the Trump administration. They're just like, here you go, let's do this, and we'll see where it goes. Anyway, so it's the difference between a week ago and now is about the starkest difference you will ever see. I've been through and remember actively. I was a little kid for previous transitions, but I vaguely remember Carter to Reagan. I definitely remember Reagan to Bush and Bush to Clinton and all of the ones since then. And all of those transitions have been, yes, the policy changes, yes, the overall direction changes, the emphasis changes, but on both sides of that transition, you felt like you had, I'm struggling with the right words here, adults who basically knew what they were doing. And I don't have that sense with the Trump administration. It's just like, it's not quite flailing. They're very purposeful. They know exactly what they want to do, and they're pushing forward with it. But the thing is, they so clearly, don't give about the right way to do it, to be blunt. It's not that they don't. It's not that they know what to do. It's that they know what they want to do. They're going through a list of specific things that were pushed in the campaign that they want to get done. Right. I think it's a little bit more than that because it's been a cadence where every other day or every day there'd be a set of executive orders. The executive orders on that day would have a theme, like here's Immigration Day, here's whatever day. Yeah. So, with that starting note, why don't we take a break, and we'll come right back, and we'll start talking about
1 second breaks.
Yes, 1 second breaks. I'll insert the ad later as my son talks. We will be back to talk about the inauguration first and the actual events surrounding the day. We will be back right after this.
Wasn't I good?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Okay, hold on. Let me just drinking some water.
I need to stand on something. Nice and tall. You are nice and tall. We don't need this box.
Okay, stop. You're making a lot of noise right now. Whatever you're doing, finish it like fast, so I can start again. He's putting some kind of sign on my door. Dude, I need you to be quiet again.
Oh, no. No.
You don't have to use an entire roll of tape.
You are.
Oh, well, whatever. Okay, we are back. Yvonne, I've watched many inaugurations. I've been personally present on the mall at 3 of them. And yes, 3.
Oh, no.
1993, 1997, and 2001. Yep. I was at all 3 of those, and on the mall in person, and I've watched every other one since I've been old enough to pay attention on television. And Yvonne, you gotta admit, this was the biggest, hugest one ever. Yes. Right. Which was actually 11, or no, it was actually 1 Eastern. Right.
You've been recording for 26 minutes.
And you could not avoid it. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. That was certainly the general impression of it. I saw one thing that compared like positive and negative words that had it coming in somewhat neutral, but certainly everybody who actually listened, well, I want to be careful because I heard a lot of people on TV who are of the diehard Trump supporters saying they did not get that negative impression. That to them it sounded very positive. Yes, but it painted the existing America as a hellhole. Or what was the actual word? The carnage, American carnage, or whatever. And how, of course, he would save us from everything.
So are you? Oh, also don't watch it for a kid.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, yes, it was very definitely that. Rest of the. Alex, stop. Hold on. That noise. It is a machine. This is something that my father got me for Christmas. It's called a useless box. Have you heard of these before? Okay, well, you can find videos of it online, but basically, it's a box that's got one switch on the top of it. And when you push the switch...
it needs batteries.
Yes, it needs batteries. When you push the switch and turn it on, a hand reaches out of the box and flips the switch back off. And that's all it does.
Different useless boxes.
And obviously there are a whole lot of different variants, but yeah, they all have the same idea. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Hey.
Alex, are you going to let us know?
That must be the worst useless box.
Oh, yeah, there's a Trump useless box where Donald Trump comes out of the box and turns it off. Okay. Okay.
That one's better.
Yeah. Alex, I'm gonna tell your sister and mom to come get you again. You need to stop interrupting. You go back to coloring. It was fine when you were coloring.
I'm done coloring.
Well then, color something else, or why is that video still recording? Hi.
Because it's good for your entire podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, leave us be.
Do you want me to stop it then?
It's up to you. It's your recording.
Oh, it's my video.
It is your video. But why don't you go downstairs and sit with mommy and watch something down there?
Okay.
Okay.
Taking my iPad.
Okay.
Goodbye. For real. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Sideways. That was not sideways when I recorded it.